Good afternoon, Miriam here at the Bureau of Meteorology with a look at this week's weather. In particular, we're going to be focusing on that rain that's continuing to impact Queensland, but we'll also have a look at the wintry, showery cold fronts to impact the southern states and the elevated seas and swell that are to come this week. Before we jump into that though, let's have a look at the month that was, at June, in particular the rainfall that we saw. This is a map of the rainfall deciles. Now, the deciles tell us in generalised terms how much above or below average the rainfall was. And as you can see, we saw rainfall that was very much above average through northwestern and central parts of the country, thanks to that northwest cloud band that's impacted Australia over the past week. Some of these areas in the north have monthly average rainfall for June of only around 5 to 10 millimetres, but this map really sets into perspective just how unseasonal what we saw was. Now, that northwest cloud band is no longer sitting in the northwest, it's over eastern parts of the country now, impacting Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria with some cloudier skies. Before we jump into that rainfall, however, let's have a look down in the southwest where we've got another feature, a cold front approaching Western Australia. That system is going to bring some wintry showers to those southwestern parts of WA over the coming days, as well as some small hail and isolated thunderstorms, particularly about the coastal fringe. That is likely to continue through till at least midweek, with showers gradually easing off and contracting to the coastal fringe. But in addition to that wintry, showery weather, this cold front is expected to bring some elevated seas and swell. Now, that's in the order of wave heights of at least 5 metres or so between Geraldton and Esperance, reaching around 6 to 8 metres offshore. This is quite usual for this time of year with a moderate to strong winter cold front, but it's still worth bearing in mind if you're planning activities out on the water. So jumping back to our Australia-wide view now and turning our focus to the remnants of that northwest cloud band, in particular the rain. Now that's expected to continue across Queensland over the next couple of days, gradually extending south into New South Wales and Victoria as well. The rainfall is more likely to be patchier and with lower totals through New South Wales and Victoria, but it's still likely to have some impacts. In particular, this is warm, moist air coming down from the north, and that may lead to some snowmelt over our ski resorts. As we go towards the middle of the week, that rainfall is gradually going to contract to the east coast. And by around the end of Wednesday going into Thursday, we're finally going to get some clearer skies through Queensland, with just some patchy showers around the coast. We'll see patchy rain continuing across the southeast, however, and as we move towards the end of the week, that cold front that's impacting Western Australia at the moment will bring through some further showers. By the weekend, apart from the southeast, we've got mostly clear skies across Australia under the influence of this high pressure system sitting over central parts of the continent. Now, our temperatures this week are likely to remain below average across most parts, with the exception being the east coast and the top end, where maximum temperatures are likely to stay 2 to 6 degrees above the average. Cool nights as well, particularly across southern Australia, with some morning fogs and frosts between those periods of showers. You can find all the details of the forecast for your area via the Bureau's website or the BOM weather app. We'll catch up with you later. Make it a good week.